Welcome to our Workers' Compensation How to Control Costs video, specifically designed to help employers understand the latest updates to 2013 and 2014 workers' compensation regulations. This is another in our series offering California employers the latest Cal OSHA and workers' comp updates. It helps prepare for all state and federal legal regulations before an issue arises. In addition, this information helps employers understand existing and new regulations and laws to be legally compliant. Let's begin today's important How to Control Workers' Compensation Cost topic. These three areas sum up the points we will cover in this video: medical costs, income protection to those injured, and what to do in case of permanent injury. Some employers don't have a clear perspective about what work injuries means. Simply stated, in order to receive compensation for a work-related injury, the injury must arise as a result of or in the course of one's employment. There are exceptions that are necessary to be aware of. Both employers and employees benefit from our workers' compensation laws. Employees cannot seek damages through tort lawsuits. Employees are limited to the amount of benefits they can recover, and employees must use workers' compensation to file claims for their work-related injuries. Employees do have someone on their side as well. Workers' compensation is paid without costing them anything. Medical bills are paid, and payment amount is calculated based on the employee's wages. If the injury results in the employee's death, their family receives compensation. The regulations don't always work on the side of the employer. When employee workers' compensation claims are awarded, the costs go up for the company. Injured employees remain under medical care and monitoring during their recovery period. The employees cannot be discriminated against based upon their claim. In 2013 and 14, some of the workers' compensation regulations are very different. Benefits for permanent disability have jumped to 40%. This puts pressure on the employer to focus on return to work programs. Use a medical provider network that lets them control the doctor. Keep all medical treatment bills and conflicts about treatment out of alternative litigation. Keeping costs under control gets harder all the time. Employers must use every opportunity to guard against increased workers' compensation claims. The list above offers sound approaches to curtailing the incidence of claims. Remember, prevention is always the best approach any employer should take. We never want to have it happen, but when an employee is injured, his or her co-workers and managers must be aware of how to deal with the emergency properly. There are phone calls to make, medical treatment to administer, transportation to arrange if the injury is serious enough. Your obligation as an employer is to provide a safe workplace. Correcting hazards as soon as they are identified is an OSHA requirement, as is taking responsible steps to maintain a safe workplace. Employers must complete an employer's first report of injury and conduct an accident investigation, which includes photos of the scene and injured employee. Reporting injuries to your workers' compensation insurer quickly, within 24 hours of the occurrence if possible, is one of the best ways to ensure prompt and effective medical care for your employee and to control cost. This list is absolutely critical for both employer and employee. Returning injured employees to work following an injury is always in the best interest of the company and the employee. Back at work, they earn full pay. On disability, they only receive about 66% pay. Employers must hire replacements or double up on the other employee's workload. The best policy is always to attempt to put the employee back to work the next day. Lost time workers' compensation claims on average cost about $83,000. Total cost of injuries can be double the claim cost if you factor in slowed productivity, claims management, fines, etc. Often these figures reach about $164,000. There are many state and federal agencies involved in return to work laws. The list of 5 organizations above reflect the expansive reach of both state and federal workers' compensation injury claims. Dressler Consulting has published an employer's guide called California Office Safety. It's especially helpful to small business owners who need to know what the state and federal law require of them to keep their office or company facilities safe for their employees. You can order our book on Lulu or call Don Dressler at 949-533-3742. Learn how to save money on work injuries. Thank you for viewing our Workers' Compensation How to Control Costs video. Contact Don Dressler at 949-533-3742 or email dondressler1@gmail.com to learn easy steps to avoid work injuries and prevent soaring costs.